ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੁਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੁਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ। ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਬੰਦੀ ਛੋੜ ਹੈ ਜੀਵਨ ਮੁਕਤ ਕਰੈ ਓਡੀਣਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Welcome Sangat Ji to the Sunday Sangat of the Divine Light Discourse. I'd like to thank my brother Zakaria Ji for the beautiful intro he gave at the beginning, which was followed by some divine Simran, which was led by my sister Kiara Ji. First of all, congratulations to all the Sangat, to those that are celebrating the blessed day of Diwali. For my Hindu brothers and sisters who are celebrating the return of Lord Rama for saving his wife Sita, who was abducted by the demon king Ravan. Whereas my Sikh brothers and sisters, we are celebrating it for a slightly different reason. So Sangat Ji, throughout the discourse, please focus and concentrate on your mantra. Whichever mantra that is, just have your mantra playing in the background, repeating itself in your mind over and over again. Also, apologies if you can hear the fireworks around. I'll try to keep talking, which should somewhat alleviate the sound behind. So Sangat Ji, we are very blessed to be in the Sangat today. We don't come into the Sangat through our own actions, through our own deeds. We come into the Sangat through only the blessing of the Divine. When the Divine is happy with us, when the Guru is happy with us, he blesses us with this opportunity to be in this Sangat. So let's make the most of this hour that we have with the Divine. Let's cast our mind back to autumn of 1619 in the north of India, at the time of the 6th Guru, Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. Guru Har Gobind Ji donned not only the attire of spiritual leadership, but was also adorned with the mantle of a warrior saint. His countenance reflects wisdom, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to justice, while the aura of his presence commands both respect and reverence. Guru Har Gobind Ji, with a resolute gaze that pierces through the complexities of existence, embodies the harmonious fashion of spiritual enlightenment and martial valor. The sheer combination of these two qualities brought a nervousness and a sense of fear into the heart of the leaders of the land. When Murtaja Khan, the Nawab of Lahore, noticed that Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji had constructed the Sri Akal Takht Sahib, the throne of the Almighty, at Amritsar, he informed the Emperor Jahangir about this. He also incorrectly emphasized that the Sikh Guru was making preparations to take revenge for his father's torture and martyrdom, the martyrdom of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, the fifth Guru. When Jahangir heard about this, he at once sent Wazir Khan and Guncha Beg to Amritsar in order to arrest Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. But Wazir Khan, who happened to be an admirer of Guru Har Gobind, rather than arresting him, he requested the Guru to accompany them to Delhi, telling him that the Emperor Jahangir wanted to meet him. Guru Sahib accepted the invitation and soon reached Delhi. On their first meet, when Jahangir saw the Guru, he was completely won over by his youthful charm and holiness. Jahangir asked the young Guru whether the Hindu or the Muslim was better. The Guru quoted some lines of the Saint Kabir, which say that both Muslim and Hindu have the divine residing within them. Jahangir was very impressed with this answer. He decided to become friends with the Guru and gave him a royal welcoming. As was the way of royalty in these times, the Emperor Jahangir asked the Guru to accompany him on one of his hunting expeditions. On one of these hunts, the Mughal Emperor was hunting a lion which had been terrorizing a small village. Suddenly, out of the bush, the ferocious beast charged at Jahangir. Gunshots and arrows of Jahangir's bodyguards failed to end their attack over the lion. The beast was almost upon the emperor when Guru Har Gobind jumped between them, attacking the lion and saving Jahangir's life. The appreciative emperor and Guru Har Gobind were now becoming good friends. But Chandu Shah, a rich banker with much influence in Jahangir's court, could not bear this. He was a jealous man, full of pride and ego, and was looking for any which way to tear this friendship down. While at Agra, the emperor fell seriously ill. The royal physicians tried their best, but they failed to cure him. Chandu Shah now saw his chance. Conspiring with the astrologers, he asked them to tell the emperor that his sickness was due to a bad convergence of the stars. Jahangir was told that the disease could only be cured if some holy man would go to Gwalior fort and continuously offer prayer to the deity there. He suggested that there could be none more appropriate than his new friend, the spiritual warrior Guru Har Gobind Ji, and that he should be the one to go to Gwalior fort. At the emperor's request, the Guru readily agreed and left for the fort with several companions. In the meantime, Chandu Shah continued to stir trouble between Jahangir and the Guru. In the fort, Guruji met many princes who were detained due to their political reasons. They were living in the fort. Their living conditions in the fort were very deplorable. With the help of Hari Das, the governor of the fort, the Guru had their conditions improved. The princes soon joined the Guru in his daily prayers and were enjoying the continuous sangat of the Guru. Unknown to Chandu Shah, Haridas was a Sikh of Guru Nanak, and he had become a dedicated devotee of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji. Chandu Shah wrote a letter to Haridas, instructing him to poison the Guru, but Haridas immediately showed the letter to Guru Har Gobind Sahib. When several months had passed without the Guru being released, Baba Buddha Ji, a Sikh of the Guru who had served from Guru Nanak Dev Ji's time, and a group of Sikh devotees travelled to the fort to meet with the Guru. They told the Guru that the whole of Amritsar, his family, devotees, and all the pilgrims that had come from near and far to visit him were missing his presence dearly. They were worried that their Guru might never leave the prison. The memory of Guru Arjan Dev Ji, his father's recent imprisonment, torture and death weighed heavily on their hearts. The Guru assured them that they should not worry. He would join them soon. Outside the fort, Sikhs gathered and began singing Gurbani all day and all night as they walked around Gwalior fort, waiting for their beloved Guru's release. In the meantime, Sai Mian Mir, a noted Sufi saint and a friend of both the Guru and his father, had travelled to the Emperor's court to meet with Jahangir, asking him to release the Guru. Jahangir, who had fully recovered, then ordered Wazir Khan to release Guru Sahib. Reaching Gwalior fort, Wazir Khan informed Haridas of the Emperor's order to release the Guru. Haridas was very pleased to hear this and quickly informed the Guru about the message from the Emperor. But the Guru refused to leave. He refused to leave unless all 52 princes were released as well. Wazir Khan then informed the Emperor of the Guru's desire. The Emperor first refused, but finally agreed after Wazir Khan reminded him of the debt he owed the Guru for his recovery. Not really wanting to free the prisoners, the Emperor cleverly added the following condition: whoever can hold onto the Guru's cloak can be released. The 52 princes who had been detained for political reasons and for defaulting on large sums of tribute owed to the Emperor had suffered in the fort for years and years. The Guru, with his heart full of compassion for the plight of others, was determined to get the prisoners freed. Guru Har Gobind Sahib, while sticking to the request from Jahangir, outsmarted him and had a cloak made with 52 tassels. The cloak was delivered to the great warrior Saint Guru, who wore the cloak and walked out of Gwalior fort, followed by the 52 princes, each holding a tassel, liberating them from their years of pain and suffering. For this reason, the sixth Guru, Guru Har Gobind Sahib, is known as the Bandi Chhor, the liberator. Sangat Ji, the Guru, the divine, they are the liberators. In this Sakhi, the 52 princes were released from their years of suffering from a physical prison. But Sangat Ji, how can we be freed from the prison of Maya? We all have things that imprison us to this world. That's the beauty of Sangat. Only the divine is perfect. Only the Guru is perfect. Everyone else in the Sangat has one thing or another that will trouble us. For some, it could be lust. For another, it could be anger. For another, ego, anxiety, stress. We're all being imprisoned by Maya. The question is, how can we be freed? Very recently, I was speaking to my Muslim friend who I've known for years, and we were just talking about our scriptures and the beauty that resides within the scriptures. Our scriptures are the most powerful things we have, Sangatji. It doesn't matter if you believe in the Quran, the Bible, the Torah, the Gita, the Guru Granth Sahib. Our scriptures are there whenever we need them, with their arms out, ready to embrace us. If you are feeling down, stressed, depressed, we can turn to the embrace of our scriptures and read them for guidance and support. The scriptures are always there, ready to take us in with their love, regardless of our past. I remember a story that was shared to us by Paisad about a father and a child at a fun fair. The father instructed the child to hold onto his hand at all times, as if not, the child would get lost in the fun fair. The child agrees, but soon after lets go of the father's hand and gets lost in the excitement of the rides, the games and the toys at the fun fair. As time goes by, the child is lost and realizes that she can't see her father. After looking and looking in fear and worry, she sees her father and runs to him and embraces him tight. Sangatji, in the same way, we get lost in this illusion. All we have to do is look for our scriptures and melt into their warm embrace. So, what do the scriptures say? How can we be free? What can we do that will aid our spiritual development and put us on this path of freedom? Gurbani says, Sangatji, Man bach karam prab apna ਧਿਆਈ, Nanak das teri saranai. In thought, in word, in action, meditate on the divine. Sangatji, in essence, think good thoughts, think divine. We can achieve this by submerging ourselves into Seva, Simran and Sangat. These are the things that will change our thought process, that will start to produce more and more good thoughts. By being constantly submerged in our Seva, in our Simran, in our Sangat. Over time, slowly after repeating this, our thought processes will start to change. Speak sweet words. Don't speak negative words. Don't swear. Don't slander others. Whatever comes out of this mouth, let it be positive. Finally, do good actions. Actions that will bring you closer to the divine. Helping those in need. Dedicating your time to Seva. These three things, Sangatji, are what will put us on the path of freedom and liberation, and we ourselves can be freed, like those 52 prisoners from the jail of Gwalior Fort. Sangat, if we try to implement this one Shabad into our life, Man bach karam prab apna ਧਿਆਈ, Nanak das teri saranai, then we will walk straight into the embrace of the Bandi Chor, the liberator. So let's focus on our thoughts, our words, and our action. And to implement this Shabad into our lives, Sangatji, it will take many attempts. There may be one day where a negative thought comes into the mind, but then again, you use the reinforcement of Gurbani, of your scriptures, of Seva, Simran and Sangat to reinforce that thought process. There may be a day where you end up swearing or saying something negative, but then again, you reset, you go again. And through this process of repetition, that is the key to success, Sangatji. That is the key to this path. Repetition. We see it all around us in nature. We see the seasons changing over and over again in a cycle, from winter to spring to summer to autumn. We see the daily changes of day and night over and over again. We see the trees with leaves, without leaves, then with leaves again. The circle of life and death, birth and death. Nature around us, Sangatji, is teaching us one thing, and that is repetition, Simran. Over and over again, just repeat. Repeat the divine name, repeat the good seva you're doing. And with time, Sangatji, and with the grace of the divine, with the grace of the Guru, the Bandi Chor, we will be able to free ourselves from the shackles of Maya. Sangatji, this brings us to the end of the discourse. Just before we finish, we all have things in our mind, Sangatji, that we would like to change. Some of us may not have Amrit Villa. Some of us may be angry. Some of us may be engrossed in lust. So for the next 5 minutes or so, Sangatji, we will just do a small meditation of the Mool Mantar. But within this time, just beg the divine to put us on his path, so we could also be free. So let's begin the Mool Mantar Simran for 5 minutes, Sangatji. ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪੁ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪੁ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪੁ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪੁ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪੁ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪੁ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ, ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤਿ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦਿ ਜਪੁ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸੱਚ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Thank you, Sangat ji, for joining. Forgive me for many mistakes I've made through the discourse, and keep blessing us with this opportunity to do seva and your Sangat. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.